President Donald Trump is preparing to host a major diplomatic gathering in Washington, D.C. today, meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy and a host of top European leaders. The high-stakes meeting comes just days after Trump's summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Anchorage, Alaska. Following that summit, Trump asserted that a peace deal was within reach, but his comments on Sunday have intensified the focus on the discussions. In a post on his Truth Social platform, Trump stated that President Zelenskyy could end the war with Russia almost immediately if he wants to. He also referenced the origins of the conflict, noting, "Remember how it started. No getting back Obama given Crimea 12 years ago without a shot being fired, and no going into NATO by Ukraine." This statement reiterates a position that a final peace deal would likely require Ukraine to make significant concessions, including foregoing NATO membership and ceding territory, a proposal that Zelenskyy and European allies have consistently rejected. The presence of 7 prominent European leaders underscores a concerted effort to present a united front in support of Ukraine. Confirmed attendees include NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, French President Emmanuel Macron, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, and Finnish President Alexander Stubb. Ahead of the Washington talks, Zelenskyy met with von der Leyen in Brussels to align on priorities, focusing on long-term military aid and Ukraine's ambitions for European Union membership. In his social media posts, President Trump celebrated the gathering, calling it a great honor and noting, "Never had so many European leaders at one time." He also used the opportunity to push back against media criticism of his recent Putin summit, claiming it was a success and that the media would have criticized him regardless of the location. While international leaders converge on the White House, a significant power shift is underway just blocks away in the governance of the nation's capital itself. The federal government has initiated a major intervention in the operations of the Washington, D.C. Metropolitan Police Department, citing rising crime rates. Attorney General Pam Bondi has appointed Drug Enforcement Administration Administrator Terry Cole to oversee the city's police force. According to the Attorney General's order, Cole will serve as the designee for the duration of a presidentially declared emergency, with the authority to direct the mayor of D.C. to provide police services as deemed necessary. A primary focus of this federal takeover is to ensure the MPD fully cooperates with federal immigration authorities, a mandate that supersedes any local policies to the contrary. The move comes after several high-profile violent crimes, including the murder of a congressional intern, which prompted the Trump administration to act on its promise to make D.C. safe again. Cole, in a recent interview, vowed to let local police do their job again and emphasized that intelligence sharing and cooperation are already improving. Dozens of arrests have reportedly been made since the intervention began, many involving illegal immigrants, as ICE and other federal agencies now patrol the Capitol streets alongside local police. While D.C. Police Chief Pamela Smith technically remains in her position, Cole's role is to ensure compliance from city leaders. The move has received strong backing from Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin, who praised Cole as the best man in the country to do this, citing his successful leadership of a similar law enforcement initiative in Virginia that led to massive drug seizures. This assertion of federal authority in a local jurisdiction mirrors other intense political and legal battles playing out at the state level, particularly in Texas. A state judge has expanded a temporary restraining order against Powered by People, a political organization headed by former Democratic Congressman and presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke. The ruling, issued by Judge Megan Fahey, now explicitly prohibits the organization from sending any of its fundraising money out of the state of Texas. This decision marks a victory for Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, a Republican who is pursuing a lawsuit to revoke the charter of O'Rourke's group entirely. The legal conflict stems from fundraising efforts by Powered by People to support Texas Democratic lawmakers who left the state last year. The lawmakers staged a walkout to break quorum in the State House, a tactic designed to block the passage of a controversial, Republican-led redistricting bill. In her order, Judge Fahey stated that Bisignano asserted that these improvements are the result of a commitment to fixing the agency's foundation with better technology and management, and that morale, which he said had hit rock bottom, is now set to improve. An official taking direct legal action against the fundraising apparatus of one of its most prominent Democrats over a partisan legislative battle. While that legal fight centers on political tactics, another debate over public safety and policy is raging in New York City, reignited by a recent tragedy. A fatal shooting at the Taste of the City Lounge in Brooklyn's Crown Heights neighborhood has become a flashpoint in the city's contentious mayoral race. The incident, which police suspect was gang-related, left 3 people dead and 9 others wounded. In the aftermath, Bisignano asserted that these improvements are the result of a commitment to fixing the agency's foundation with better technology and management, and that morale, which he said had hit rock bottom, is now set to improve. 75% increase in investment in the city's crisis management and community safety programs. Mamdani's approach has drawn sharp criticism due to his past statements calling to defund the NYPD, comments he made in 2020. Though he has since walked back that stance, his opponents have seized on it. Incumbent Mayor Eric Adams, running as an independent, defended his administration's record, stating his team will continue its aggressive pursuit to remove these illegal guns off our streets. Former Governor Andrew Cuomo, also a candidate, took a direct jab at Mamdani, saying, "This isn't the time to defund or dismantle the police. We need more officers, not less." The Republican nominee, Curtis Sliwa, blamed both Cuomo's past policies and Mamdani's radical agenda for the city's crime problems, positioning himself as the only candidate capable of restoring law and order. As politicians debate how to handle crime and public discourse, one former top law enforcement official is offering his own, rather unconventional advice on how to deal with what he calls bullies in the political arena. In a video that has since gone viral, former FBI Director James Comey confessed that he is a Swiftie, a devoted fan of pop superstar Taylor Swift. In the message, Comey took several swipes at President Trump while explaining how Swift's music has provided a soundtrack for his family and offered life lessons. He revealed that he's in a family Swiftie group chat, has attended 2 of her concerts, and listens to her music while mowing his lawn. Comey contrasted what he sees as Swift's positive approach to life with the stunning coarseness of the GOP. He argued that while it's important to stand up to jerks, it's crucial not to become like them. He cited Swift's advice to treat one's personal energy like a luxury item and not give bullies power over one's mind. Comey even recited lyrics from her song, Mean, in which she sings, "The cycle ends right now, because you can't leave me down that road." The video drew widespread and often critical reactions online, with some calling it strange and others questioning his judgment as a former FBI director. This is not the first time Comey has used social media to make provocative political statements, having previously posted cryptic photos involving seashells to comment on the political landscape.